Long time no see. My friends, I am beyond excited to be on the water right now. This winter has been terrible fishing conditions. I haven't had a chance to ice fish. I haven't had a chance to really open water fish. And finally, here we are. We have open water. It's middle of February and we have open water. This is not normal for Michigan, but I'm gonna take advantage of it. So I'm out in the canoe, small body of water, minimal wind, and I'm gonna be trying a spoon to start. I've also got a drop shot rigged up. You never really know what's gonna happen, but I'm thinking yellow perch is definitely in play. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll catch a bass, maybe a bluegill, but I'm thinking yellow perch is the best bet. That being said, I am beyond excited to be on the water, so I'm gonna maximize my time out here. I'm gonna start fishing. Let's see what happens. Well, I've got 3 rods with me today, but I would intend to use mostly this rod right here. I've got a 1/12 ounce Kastmaster spoon on there. It's like a fire red color with a gold on the back. I think that brighter color will be great. It's low light conditions. The water's got a little stain to it, nothing too bad, but I feel like the yellow perch are gonna like that. It's just been too long since I've made a video. I'm sorry there's been quite a delay. Between life just being quite busy and the weather conditions just not being very conducive to fishing, I just haven't really had a chance to get out and fish. So thankful as heck to be out here today. Even if the fishing's slow, I trust we're gonna have some fun because it just feels good to be on the water. And the last 2 days have been like 20-mile-an-hour wind. Today it's literally 5 mile an hour, so it's perfect for me. You know, fishing in a canoe, you don't really want to mess with super windy conditions, so 5 miles an hour is just fine. There's one. He bit it after I twitched it once or twice. It actually doesn't feel like a bad fish. Oh, it's a bass. Well, there you go. If I'm gonna catch a bass, I guess I'll just do it right away. All right, this is where I kind of wish I had a net, but did not bring that. All right, cool. Well, this fish is gonna be really cold, but there you go, on the spoon. I twitched it and he kind of just hit it right there, right underneath the canoe. And there you have it. Well, we're on the board. Can't say it's a big fish, but it's a fish, and this time of year in this cold water, I'm not gonna complain about any bass. There you go, buddy. Cool. Well, the spoon does in fact work. I'm sure there's a couple of you wondering what rod and reel I'm using. It's actually a new rod and reel that my friend Tony sent me. He reached out on Instagram and he said, I really like this setup. I want you to try it, so I'm gonna send it to you. So shout out to Tony. Thank you, Tony. I really do appreciate it. This is the Cast King Kestrel and matching reel, and actually Cast King line as well. So you can definitely stay tuned for a video specifically on this rod. I'm gonna fish with it today, get a little bit of a feel for it, but I would say probably sooner than later I'm gonna make a video on this rod. And I'll probably talk a little bit about the reel as well, because I do like this reel quite a bit so far, but I have to test the drag and then just kind of like the longevity, like fishing with it throughout the season. I'll be curious to see kind of how it holds up. But Tony seems to be a huge fan of it, so I trust it's gonna be a great setup. I don't fish a lot of spoons, but I definitely have the most confidence in Kastmaster spoons. They just seem to be what I catch the most fish on. There's something about that really finesse micro setup that just gives me a lot of confidence, and I feel like that's 90% of it. If you have confidence in what you're throwing, you tend to catch more fish. Like the 1/12 ounce, such a great little size. They also do like 1/24th, 1/32nd. So true ultralight setup right there. And that was a nice little thump. Seems like he's shaking his head. I think it's another bass. Yes, it is. Not gonna tell you we're catching giants, but we're catching bass, which again, I'm very pleased about this. I would like to catch some yellow perch, but I'll take this. There you go, man. And he chomped that thing. There it is, a little Kastmaster, like I said. 1/12 of an ounce. It sounds like it wouldn't get down there very fast, but it actually does sink pretty quick when you're using low diameter line. There you go, little dink. See, buddy. You know, both of them actually ate very similar too. I hopped it a couple times and they ate it after I twitched it. So I'm just working my spoon, just kind of getting it down to the bottom, and I'm just kind of twitching it a couple times and then dropping it back down, twitching it a couple times, dropping it back down. I'm probably working it a little too fast, if anything, but that's just kind of my style. I'm like a little bit impatient, if I'm being completely honest with myself. You know, one thing I should call out, when I fish these spoons, I always like to have a swivel about 14 inches or 18 inches up from my spoon. It just reduces line twist. Anytime you're throwing a spoon, it seems to create line twist. So I feel like a swivel is something you absolutely want to have on there. So just wanted to call that out just in case you go and try this at home. That one hammered it. That was a little different feeling bite, but again, it's a bass. I guess I'm just gonna catch bass today. I don't know why I thought I was going to catch perch and not any bass, because that is not proving to be the case at all. All I'm catching is bass. Well, look at that thing. He's kind of ugly. He's got like a little yellow on his fin. He looks like he needs a meal. He's a little beat up. Might have got hit by a pike when he was young or something, because he has a little scar there. Anyways, buddy, I hope you find yourself a real meal. Good luck. They're all the same size, dadgummit. Where's the jumbos? I definitely feel like all the bass have bit at pretty much the exact same depth range. They've all been in a very similar position with regards to how far they were off the bank. It's good to pay attention to kind of where you're getting bites, especially this time of year, because usually the fish are not going to be in a lot of different places. They're all going to kind of be doing the same thing, I would say, and they're certainly going to be using the same depths. So definitely pay attention. Oh, I just got hit. That had to have been a little perch bite. I bet it was a dinky perch. I've had 2 bites right here in the same exact spot. There he is. Came back for it. Oh, what's it gonna be? I think this might be a perch. Yes, it is. There you go. There's the species I was after. And that's actually a pretty nice one. Had a couple short strikes right in the same spot. This fish eventually came and got it. Now, I don't know if he was the fish that was short striking or not, but it's a beautiful golden yellow perch. Man, that fish is really yellow. Their colors just get so vibrant this time of year, I feel like. Gotcha. There's the spoon. And there's the target species. And he's pooping, so that's cool. Look at that. Beautiful fish. See you, buddy. Whoops, that was not very graceful. All right. Good, good, good. Feeling good. Feeling accomplished. I'm gonna put this spoon away for just a couple minutes, and I am, just for fun, I'm gonna try this larger spoon. I ordered this recently, and this is actually a Strike King Mr. Crappie spoon. It's 1 inch. It's a little bit bigger for sure, a little bit different shape, a lot stouter hook. This is kind of meant for crappie, but I don't see why a perch wouldn't eat it. And I'm gonna be interested to see what it's like in the water. It's gonna have a slower rate of fall for sure, because it's got more curvature to it. So it's gonna be more of a flutter spoon. Probably not what I'm looking for, but I'm gonna try it nonetheless. I'm willing to bet I could catch a fish on it, but I feel like the Kastmaster definitely it's more of a confidence bait for me, so we'll see. There's a fish. That one bit while it was probably fluttering down to the bottom. It's dinky. Looks like it is actually a really dinky bass. There you go. Well, I think I'm gonna put this spoon away. I know I just caught a fish on it, but I just have so much more confidence in the Kastmaster. This spoon is a lot more of like a flutter spoon, so it's got a slower rate of fall and it just kind of shimmies down to the bottom. The other spoon, the Kastmaster, is more of a jigging spoon, I would say, so it doesn't have quite as much flutter to it, but it's definitely just better for like bottom-oriented snapping presentations, which is what I'm doing. And I definitely will play with this spoon again in the future. The fact that it's made kind of for crappie is what they say. I'll be very curious if I can actually try to catch some crappie on it. It's kind of a cool looking spoon, very simple, but definitely more of a flutter profile. Just kind of snap, snap, let it drop, snap, snap, pick up my line, let it drop, snap, snap, pick up my line, let it drop. Very much a bottom-oriented snapping technique. And a lot of the bass that have bit have been right after I snap it, like that. That one was biting it as it was kind of falling back towards the bottom. And again, another largemouth bass. I cannot believe it, but we've only caught one yellow perch. That's wild to me. That is absolutely wild to me. Fortunately, these bass are so small, I can just kind of pick them up with a line. Well, folks, it's wintertime, and I'm back out on the canoe, and I'm catching fish. So you know what? I'm a happy camper. See you, buddy. There's one. There's the species. That fish like ate it while it was sitting on the bottom, I swear. And it's an absolute behemoth of a yellow perch, obviously. Nice little 6-inch hot dog yellow perch. Hey, buddy. See you later. I definitely think there's something to be said about the wind. You are better off fishing in the wind than out of the wind. I went out of the wind for a little while to just warm up my hands, and it definitely worked, but unfortunately I haven't got a single bite over here. There's a fish. That one ate it like right off the bottom. It might end up being a perch. Can't tell. No, it's a bass. It's another bass. Bass are kind of the fish of the day, my friends. About the same. Whoa, that's one way to do it. There you go. See you, buddy. I'm guessing the fish are sitting right around 6 to 10 foot of water. They're quite a ways off the bank, and they're definitely wind oriented. I have not really caught any fish in what I would consider a still area. Not a lot of wind, but every little bit counts. The fish seem to like it. There's one. This fish ate it right off the bottom as well. Feels a little bit bigger, but I think it's just fighting harder. It turned sideways. Yeah, similar to the last one. A little chunkier maybe. There you go. Man, they both ate it like just right off the bottom. They didn't really react to a twitch as much, these last two fish. Definitely think the fish are changing a little bit throughout the course of today. There you go. Nothing big, but at this point, as things slow down, I'll take anything I can before I head in for the day. Oh man, that one kind of just had it too. And again, I don't think this will be a perch. If it is, it's a solid one. Oh, it is a perch, but I foul hooked him. That's what happened. There you go. Well, it is a perch. It's not really how you want to hook them, but that'll happen every now and again. It's not like it was intentional. It just kind of, the fish kind of ran into it, or probably went for it, but just kind of got hooked weird. And buddy, I appreciate the fight, but I apologize that we got you on your side. See you, man. There's a fish. There we go. Not big. Well, not bad. There you go. That's what we wanted. I think that's a good fish to end on right there. Fat little perch. Well, I certainly didn't catch as many of these yellow perch as I was expecting. But I tell you what, it was a successful day on the water, and even though I do still have some time to fish, the old fingers are getting cold, so I think it's time to go ahead and call it a day. All in all, the little ultralight worked quite well for me. The little spoon worked quite well for me. And again, I've done this before. I'll do it again. These Kastmasters in the cold weather, I just like them. They are definitely a confidence bait for me, and I highly recommend trying them. They're definitely one of my favorite baits for sub 40-degree water. I'll put it that way. Anyways, have a great day. Thank you so very much for watching. Stay tuned. There will be more fishing videos this year. I promise. Things have been a little bit busy, but we're going to catch some more fish very soon. We'll catch you next time.